The digital clock on the bedside table glowed to 03 a.m. Anya instinctively reached for her phone. A ghost of a habit, before remembering. 2 years. 2 years since the daily calls had ceased, since the familiar ringtone of Papa's calling had fallen silent. Today was his birthday. She scrolled through her contacts, pausing at his name. Papa and Papa. 2 numbers, both disconnected, yet fiercely held onto in the digital space. She could delete them, clear the clutter, but the thought felt like a betrayal. They were a fragile bridge to a time when his voice was just a tap away. Anya closed her eyes, and a wave of memories washed over her. Birthdays. Especially birthdays. They would talk for hours, past midnight, sharing silly stories, profound thoughts, and comfortable silences. He lived in another city, but distance was never a barrier to their daily ritual. The conversations were the constant, the unbreakable thread in the fabric of her life. She missed those conversations more than she could ever articulate. The easy laughter, the comforting advice, even the exasperated sighs during their infrequent arguments. Yes, sharp words, sometimes left hanging in the air, unresolved. As a 34-year-old woman, a professional, a grown adult, she still found herself crying like a child when those memories surfaced. Because what her dad had taught her, in his quiet way, was the truth about parents. They aren't like friends you can eventually drift from, or colleagues you can leave behind after a bad day. They are not replaceable. You only get them once, and once they're gone, that unique, unconditional love, that steady presence, leaves a void no one else can fill. She thought of the call recordings she had saved, a handful of fleeting audio files, moments captured. But she hadn't had the courage to play them. The thought of hearing his voice, vibrant and real, yet knowing he was irrevocably gone, felt like it would shatter the fragile peace she had painstakingly built. It was a paradox, a desperate longing to hear him, and a paralyzing fear of the pain that voice would bring. Reaching out, she traced the cold glass of her phone screen over his name. The silence in her apartment was heavy, but tonight, it wasn't the suffocating loneliness of before. It was a different kind of silence, one imbued with remembrance and a profound, aching love. Anya got up, walked to her window, and looked out at the distant city lights. Each one was a small beacon, a life, and somewhere out there, people were undoubtedly arguing with their parents, taking them for granted, assuming there would always be a tomorrow. Her father's voice, though unheard, echoed in her mind with a message she now carried deeply. Talk to your parents. Call them. Be in touch. Don't treat them like they'll always be around. Because one day, they won't be. And then you'll realize no one else in the world will ever love you like they did. It was a hard-won truth. A painful lesson, but also a precious gift. A reminder to cherish every fleeting moment, every conversation, every argument, with the ones who love you unconditionally. Because some connections, even after they're severe, continue to light up the canvas of your life, guiding you through the dark,